But preparing right now for the groceries you need, planning to not drive on the roads. Those are the things you want to get done today or early tomorrow morning, because once we get to the end of tomorrow, this winter storm is moving in and it's already impacting areas to our west. And it is a almost coast to coast system there from the Four Corners all the way up into the northeast. In the last hour, the Weather Service has expanded the ice storm warning so that now encompasses the inner Atlanta metro, all of East Georgia and all of Northeast Georgia. To be in an ice storm warning, at least a quarter of an inch of ice is needed to be in that forecast, and that's exactly what we've been forecasting here in Metro Atlanta, a quarter of an inch to a half an inch. And then in Northeast Georgia, we expect it to be the most significant ice storm that we're going to see in some time, with over a half an inch of ice accumulation likely. In some places, those ice accumulation amounts could be over 3/4 of an inch. So really devastating ice storm expected there. Let's talk about the impacts of this ice accumulation. We get above a quarter of an inch up to a half an inch. That's adding a lot of weight on the trees, on the power line. So we start to see not just icy, dangerous travel from the roadways, but broken tree limbs and numerous power outages. But the power outage threat becomes much more widespread when you get over a half an inch or more of ice accumulation. And the reason why has to do with physics. When we had a half an inch of ice that is on those wires, that's adding about 500 pounds of weight on the wire. And the way that the ice accretes and forms on the power lines is not a perfect circular shape, it's a teardrop shape. So as the winds increase Sunday afternoon, some gusts could be around 25 miles an hour. The physics of that blows that in the wind. That's called galloping. So it sways. Those lines are swaying as they get that much ice accumulating on them. So it's adding more force, more friction, and that's why we see the power outage amounts really increasing significantly once you get up to a half an inch of ice. So widespread power outages, major impacts expected there in Northeast Georgia. Moderate impacts in the metro. Even though it's not major, it is going to be a very significant system in the metro. Do not be driving on the road Saturday night or Sunday morning. And then we could see those power outages increasing as well as that ice is swaying those power lines in the breezy winds. Less impacts to the south and west. Bottom line, plan on being where you're going to ride out this storm by tomorrow, kind of early to mid-afternoon. We will start to see the beginning of that wintry weather arriving on Saturday afternoon and evening, and then it really increases after sunset. Here's the satellite and radar right now. We are cloudy, mostly dry. We've had a little drizzle this morning. Most of what's brought us rain in the last 24 hours is exiting, so some dry hours ahead later today and early tonight, with just the exception of some patchy drizzle. This is the beginnings of our winter storm. More moisture coming in off the Pacific's going to be cutting across the country, so we'll see that moisture arriving here late tomorrow. For the rest of today, you can get your preps done, go to the grocery store, get the supplies you need for the weekend. Temperatures are moderating up into the 50s and 40s this afternoon. As we head through the overnight, clouds are still with us. We start tomorrow morning dry. Initially, we'll see a light wintry mix developing tomorrow during the late morning to afternoon. That might be just a couple of flurries or sleet pellets or a few raindrops where it's warm enough. Watch after sunset though tomorrow night. Colder air is building in, freezing rain developing area wide overnight through Sunday morning. And then we're going to watch Sunday afternoon. There's moisture ongoing, but can we warm the temperatures up and transition into a cold rain? That might help areas in the metro and point south in terms of melting a little bit of that ice. But if we get a lot of ice Saturday night and Sunday morning, it doesn't matter. It's going to take a long time to recover from that. But the last of the moisture clears out Sunday evening. Now, I want to talk about those temperatures, okay? The wedge is going to be building in. What I've plotted here is warm air in this yellow and orange color, that's above 40 degrees, and cold air below freezing in the blue color. This is Saturday afternoon. You see we're still kind of mid-30s, but not quite below freezing. As the moisture moves in, the wedge moves in as well. Here's the cold air seeping in for Saturday night. Everybody is below freezing first thing on Sunday morning. What we're going to be watching for to help erode away some of that cold air is this warm nose building in from the west Sunday afternoon. Notice that might creep into the western metro it's not going to make it to northeast Georgia. You're going to be in freezing rain that entire event. Any moisture left on the roads is freezing back over to an ice sheet Monday morning, as area-wide we're dropping down into the 20s. So I want you to prepare for not just the impacts this weekend, but it's going to linger into Monday as well. You see the timeline over the weekend. Things picking up Saturday night through Sunday morning. Here's your 7-day forecast showing our weather impact alert. Look at Monday, 33 in the afternoon. Falling temperatures down to 15 on Tuesday morning. Northeast Georgia, up in the higher elevations, the mountains and all of that, you could be iced in for several days with power outages that could be long-lived. There's more coverage on 11 Live Plus right after this.